El Dorado. City of Gold. Located in the South Americas. Thought to be of Mayan origins. With pyramids. Even though pyramids are from Egypt.
Ravaged
or something.
by tigers.
That's lost treasure.
Lost treasure, yeah.
Like this beer. Today, we are embarking on a little journey, talking about this mythical city.
What
Nick?
a great city it is.
And that ends this part of this episode. Now starts the beer podcast, in which we are drinking
El Dorado.
Black Raven's Fresh Hot Beer featuring El Dorado hops. It's a Northwest ale. So I'm making a prediction here. It's going to be wet.
Much like my glass.
AF.
That's nice. Do enjoy that. Tell me that's not.
Renee would hate that.
Tell me that's not sex in your ear, though. Tell me that's not sex in your ears. Allegedly, this is a pale ale of the ale varieties. That is what I read on the interwebs from one source only. So we will see.
What are you talking about? Oh, the pale ale part?
Okay. Yep,
Sure.
Yep.
I'm just saying they call it a Northwest ale featuring El Dorado hops.
Totally. El hombre. Okay, why don't you tell me a little bit about the El Dorado hop?
It's high in alpha acid. And if you haven't watched our last episode, there's a whole thing about that.
Beta, Echo, Lima.
Fruit flavors of pear, watermelon, and stone fruit. Fruit.
Love me some stone. My favorite fruit. It's just nice and firm, you know? It gets the job done when you need it to. 14 to 16% alpha acid. That is up there. Hoo-wee. That's pretty good. Can you do me a favor once you are complete? And when I say complete, I mean over complete. Can you please do that for Centennial hops for me? I am curious of the alpha acids for Centennial hops. And there they are.
Bam, there you go.
Thank you. Can you also do me a second favor and click the Wikipedia page for that hop, which isn't at the top like the other one? Pretty.
I don't think the Wikipedia
annoying.
page is at the top either.
Okay, well, whatever
It was Northern Brewer. Alpha of
sure.
9 to 12%.
This is a little higher.
So,
Interesting.
there you go.
So allegedly, I'll say that again.
Just stop. We don't. 2 in a row, Nick? 2 in a row. Two in a row.
This is different. This isn't
2 in a row.
This isn't IBUs.
But
This is more accurate. 100% is more accurate. This is factual. IBUs is fucking bullshit. Alpha acids directly contribute to the bitterness. Directly contribute to the bitterness. And I am stand on that fucking hill until someone pushes me off. Now, please don't do that because I'm sure it's a high hill. And I don't like to roll. I get dizzy. Okay? So don't. But this beer, I don't know. We'll find out.
Can you chill the fuck out?
No, I don't want to. What the? I smelled something before and I smell something now, and they're different. I'm just going to go. Your turn. Yeah,
That's exactly what I thought it would taste like.
not what I fucking want. What I did not previously read to you in this app is... Where the fuck did it go? I literally just fucking had this... style guide. crisp, hoppy, biscuity, yeasty.
I don't get that.
Smooth.
I don't
The
get
crisp.
I don't get the biscuity or yeasty.
You don't get. I think I get some biscuits. I don't think I get yeast, but I get biscuit maybe. I think it's a little bready. I know biscuit is very specific. That's not just bread, but I'm picking up what they're leading me into here.
Yeah, I see it now.
And yeah, maybe not yeast specific, but like
Now that you put biscuit, all I can think this is bad.
it's
This
not
is,
good.
No. This description that I'm going to give it is bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Don't like this.
This tastes like a scone
Yeah.
with marmalade on it.
100%. That's what it is. It's weird as fuck.
I'm drinking a scone.
Can I tell you? Unpopular opinion.
A scone.
Unpopular opinion. Even unpopular to our own opinion. If you're gonna have a fresh hop, I'm sorry. I really just want a lighter, medium hop forward IPA. I don't want to taste your malts. That sounds dirty even saying. I don't want that. Why not feature the fucking thing that you call this fucking beer? Why are you going to hide the hops in this weird malty bread? I don't get it. The fucking beer's like pert near bullshit and fuck do that too. And I just don't get it.
How about
Okay? I'm sorry, I'm popping off here. But go on.
I know.
I need you to rein me in.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
We've had a couple bad experiences already this year.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
With fresh hop beers.
Okay.
2 weeks ago, we had a good one with the Italian Pilsner.
Yeah, that was surprising.
I didn't love the beer, but we had a good experience.
Yeah.
Let's just ignore the beer and try to have a good experience.
Okay.
We just don't need to spend 30 minutes just being like, wow, this
You're
like,
right.
we've covered.
You're right.
We're not going to like this beer.
You're right.
We'll come back.
You're right. We'll come back.
We'll rate it. But like, let's just
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we're at a brewery, got a beer, playing some deep sea adventure.
Yeah. That's been our new thing.
Yeah.
This is like a pint. I don't even know that it gets talked about on pints, but
No.
so Levi's new thing, which I'm in full support of. It's the fucking perfect thing ever. All he does is he brings his little box with him everywhere he goes, and by everywhere he goes, I mean to breweries. And the game is called Deep Sea Adventure.
I think.
Probably. It's a hard maybe, actually. We're not 100% positive. That's what we call it. But it is a fantastic game. How many? Is it like 6 players? 7?
2 to 6.
Yeah, 2 to 6.
Yeah, deep sea adventure.
Yeah, 2 to 6 players.
It comes in like the size of a card box. Like
Yeah.
thicker, but like about that
About
size.
that size. And I think the fewest amount of people we've played with is 3. And even that has been a good time. It's such a versatile game, no matter like the size of your group. And in COVID, can't be over 5 right now anyway. So it is a great game to bring along with you to places like breweries, or you guys are just like hanging out at someone's house. It's like, you just whip that out. You're like, hey.
It's easy to set up. It takes about as long as it takes to drink a beer.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, every game is just different, which is nice.
No, 100%. Right. And along with every game just being different, like obviously the roles are an undetermined factor in the game, but you yourself can kind of decide too. Like, am I going to play the early game? Or am I going to play the long con, this time around? So there's different ways that you yourself can play it, along with it being dictated by a role. So
Who's the asshole of the group? You'll find out.
You'll find out real quick. No, I fucking love that game. Absolutely love it. We were just at, what's it called? Pints and Pies.
Pints and Pies.
Pints and Pies. Just had it literally backwards. And the chick there, she asked about it. She was like, "What is that game you guys were playing?" Like she was like genuinely interested in that.
Yeah,
like, it look cool. And yeah, it's exactly what we told her, right? Like it's such an easy setup, and it's not too quick of a game. It's not too long of a game. Like you said, about the time. About the time it takes to drink a beer, and it's a good time. So, yeah, I thoroughly enjoy that game. I wish we had more opportunities to play Coup, because I fucking love Coup, man. But the thing with Coup is, I think you need, in my opinion, like at least 4 people.
Yeah, I think you need at least 6.
Yeah, I mean,
like the rules probably say at least 4, but like I feel like you need more.
I don't even know. I'm curious actually, because I feel like you can have fewer. I feel like you could have like 3
potentially. That just doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. The more people in Coup, the better it is for sure.
And you also like need people who know and are interested in how to play.
2 to 6 players.
Okay, I would not play that.
That would not be fun.
No.
Would not be fun.
No.
6 players, fantastic. 5, great. 4 is the least that I would go. I don't think I'd even play with 3 people.
I don't even know that. I'm surprised it only goes to 6. That should be they should make it like an expansion.
Yeah, just add
there
one.
There probably is an expansion.
Just add one. Only you could, right? Like if you just buy 2 of the games, you just add 1 card of each, and then you could probably have like 8 to 9 players. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta play with people that are willing to learn and are okay with lying.
Yep.
It is one of my favorite games.
Yeah, it's a great game. I love it.
Yeah.
Anytime that we've been able to play it with like a good group, like everyone just has a great time. Like people literally left playing the game and went and bought the game themselves.
Oh, really? One of the boys bought it?
Yeah, Baxter did.
That's funny.
He was like
that was probably one of the best times, right? Like that was such a good group to play with.
Yeah. It took him a few times to get the handle on it, and then when everyone's like, "Oh, I get it," it's just like everyone turned into a conniving bitch,
which is how the game should be played. Oh, damn. Yeah. For a minute there, pre-COVID, we were looking to do like a weekly thing. Like, we'll go to a brewery like Dystopian or something, and we'll play a game. That was a good time. Like Cthulhu was a good one for us.
Do that.
Pandemic? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Pandemic.
Yeah. But I do.
Good time to play it.
8. But I do thoroughly enjoy the Cthulhu version. Jack would be a great person to play that with, I think.
Jack would get obsessed, though.
Honestly.
He would be like, so we're playing
Cube.
Cthulhu, right?
It'd be Cube for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we have yet to play again.
Cube is like, it's got to be a day thing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, it's not just a quick setup and like it's a thing.
You're hanging out from like noon to whenever.
Yeah.
And yeah, you set
it's
it
like
up.
A barbecue at the park kind of game.
Exactly. Yeah. You're gonna be hanging out there for a while. Yeah. But
love the game. It's just like it's a thing, not quick.
And what does suck is like honestly the best place for like us 3 to play it is like the park right over here. Because I mean Jack's Yard's big enough, but it's like tiered, so it just doesn't fucking work, which sucks. Like that bottom tier is probably the smallest of all the tiers.
Yeah, there's not enough room. Like it was barely enough room for us to play Cornhole.
You would literally have to get it landscaped to make room for it. So that sucks. I don't know if we've talked about Cube before on
KUBB. If you're interested.
Also, great game. It's a
long game.
It's a long game, yeah. I don't know how to put that in quotes, but
it is a long
game. It's just very different. I've never seen a game like that before. It's like bags mixed with that fucking ladder game.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. That's a great game. Watch the Shins.
True.
So, have you? So I'm gonna do this to you.
Uh-oh.
You're a political person.
That was not the direction I was going to take this in, but sure.
I'm going to have to hear your direction after this.
Okay.
You're a political person.
Yeah. Relatively.
In
a manner of speaking.
In a manner of speaking. In a sense of beliefs, you don't like politics.
Yeah.
But But yeah, you are a political person, and you very frequently, by very frequently I mean every single day, keep up with what is happening in the political realm.
Relatively speaking, sure.
Right. I would say maybe on average every other day.
Yeah.
You're keeping up with it. I mean, you listen to podcasts along those lines, and it's something that is interesting to you. You might like
sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll agree with that.
That's
I find
probably
it interesting.
Yeah, that's probably the best way to put it, is that it's something you're interested in. It's interesting to you. You did not watch the debate.
No.
Is there a reason? Because you had an alarm for it even.
Yeah, I wanted to know when it was going on so I could watch all the people cry on social medias.
And sure enough, that did happen.
It did happen. Yeah, I do have a very specific reason. And it comes down to just the debate format. I think they're given like 2 minutes to answer each question, and they both get to answer that question or whatever.
Not even, right?
Yeah, it's not even 2 minutes. Like, it's just like a lot of yelling, and that's what people complain about. They're like, it's just two old guys yelling at each other. It's like, yeah, they have 2 minutes to get across a thought.
Right.
Have you ever listened to my podcast? I can't shut up for like 12 minutes on a thought about deep sea adventure.
Yeah, no shit. Right.
Like,
and they're getting interrupted at that, right?
And they're getting interrupted.
Like they're trying to get a thought across, and they're getting interrupted.
It's just who can get more, like, it doesn't, there's no resolution to anything. It's just like pushing your own supporters to your side and trying to get less people to vote in the election. You are actively, as a politician, your goal is to actively try to get people not to vote, which is kind of weird to think.
No, absolutely. I think of it like, this kind of goes against what you just said, but I think of it like a UFC match, right? Where you got these two guys going up against each other, and you might not get the KO, so you're trying to just get as many points as you can. You're trying to get as many jabs in as you can. And my thought is, like, you have these two guys, that are trying, whoever can get their point across the loudest. And I don't mean literally volume. I don't mean volume wise.
No, it's actually the opposite. So basically, you have 20% of the country on each extreme.
Okay.
So the left 20% will vote for Joe Biden no matter what, and the right 20% will vote for Trump no matter what. And I get it. It's not a spectrum, but like, hear me out, like how it works. So then you have like 80%, or you have 60% that are somewhere in that inside spectrum. The more that you cause the center to just be like, I'm fucking done, the less variability you add into the election.
Yeah.
So really what Trump and Biden's goal is to throw as many huge haymaker punches as they can at the other opponent to make their side, to push people like the people who are already on the left, push them farther left. The people who are already on the right, farther right, so you control that side, and you literally don't give a fuck about the center. You just say, you're fucking gone to me. You might vote for Joe. You might vote for me. Let's just try to get you out of the race by throwing these huge haymakers.
Yeah.
And like, who gives a fuck about your vote? If I can cause 80% of the people to vote, I know that my far side has more people than the other guys. Therefore, I'm going to win the election. Like, well, and like, it's all about erasing variability.
And say, that middle does vote, but they go third party. That's just like, what sucks. That's what sucks in our fucking system is your vote now doesn't matter. If you voted third party, your vote now doesn't matter. Sure, maybe you're making a statement of like the percentage of people that vote third party, but whoever you voted for is not going to fucking win. It's still going to be one of the two fucking guys, sadly enough.
And a lot of people take what I just said and think, like, I'm telling you to vote. No, I literally don't care if you vote or not. Like, I won't vote. I'm not going to vote.
Sure.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know.
I'm an advocate for not voting. I'm probably the only podcaster that'll tell you that.
I know for a fact that no matter which guy gets voted, I'm not gonna fucking like him.
Yeah.
So does it matter? I don't think so.
One of my favorite parts of Always Sunny is they're talking about voting, and they're like, why would I vote for that guy who would just blast me in the ass? Well, why don't you vote for this? So I'm just supposed to vote for the Democrat that'll also blast me in the ass?
Honestly, though.
It's like,
Yeah.
sums it up.
That's about it. That about sums it up. Local elections now, I feel
That's more important.
I feel like that's far more important.
Yeah.
Because they directly impact you. And I feel like your voice is heard a lot more than on a national level. So
I think that's a fair assessment.
yeah. So if you don't want to vote at all, maybe you should at least think about, I don't care if you fucking do or don't. I'm just saying maybe you should at least think about voting for your local elections. I don't know.
I think you should study political philosophy. It doesn't have to be current events. When people talk about they're not interested in politics, usually what they mean is they're not interested in current events. I don't think you have to be educated on current events to know what candidates you align with more. A lot of current events are just overhyped bullshit. Like the country's going to be around much long. Like the whole if Trump is elected, the country's over. It's like, no, it's fucking not. Like we're going to be around for a long time. We've been around for a long time.
You know what's going to happen?
It's fine.
The same thing that happened in the previous 4 years.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
We're still alive.
Yeah. There's nothing's going to change. It's just going to be another 4 years that we just experienced. Be like, oh, it's terrible. No, nothing bad happened.
People are like, we can't survive this. And it's like, what do you mean?
That
they're
just
like, the coronavirus. And you're
true.
like, it had nothing to do with Trump. Like,
Trump has no say in that.
Yeah. Like, sure, he has some response, but objectively, no one really had a good response.
And hear me out. Any of the fucking
maybe
state,
Sweden.
even any of the state governors, it's not like they're going by what Trump says, right? They're all going by what the fucking CDC says and other of these organizations.
Yeah, or even
their own fucking mandate, which is really probably what it is their own fucking mandate.
Yeah, it's just local government is so much more impactful in all of that stuff, and that's why saying Trump is it just doesn't make any sense. You point that out though, and they're like, but Trump is culpable, and you're like, okay, now you're literally just moving the goalpost. Now you're like, Trump is responsible to now he's culpable for decisions that governors make, and you're like, literally this was see, this is why you got to understand political philosophy and why the founders made the decisions that they did. Read the Constitution, read the Federalist Papers, read the Anti-Federalist Papers that are arguing about how to create the state that they created. And I in no way think that the system is perfect. If you want a good,
but I also don't
go read Anatomy of the State by Murray Rothbard so you can see how it's just designed for government to grow and blast you in the ass. But
and hear me out. So maybe it was designed in a way to let what's happening today happen. But at the same time, when it was designed, what's happening today wasn't happening then.
So not exactly. So basically the idea was that you had the Constitution that limited the federal government's powers.
Right.
And that the judiciary branch would step in whenever the federal government,
checks
including
and balances,
including the presidential branch and the legislative branch, and they would step in and say it's not constitutional.
Right.
And the Supreme Court over the years has just totally broken what that even means. We read things into the Constitution. We read things based upon prior decisions, whether they're correct or incorrect.
That's what's gnarly, right? Is you can say, hey,
say it's precedent.
This case, this is the same as that, and this was your ruling then they have to go. You're right.
Even if it's not in the Constitution.
Yep. That's fucked.
It's insane.
That's fucked.
But yeah, founding philosophy. It's
love it.
Go learn it. It's interesting stuff. And agree, disagree with some of it if you want. I don't give a fuck.
Sure. Yeah, whatever you want.
But it's infinitely more interesting than current events.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And also
because everyone's a fucking
change the format of the debates.
Yeah. I want Dave Chappelle interviewing the I was going to call them contestants.
Candidates.
The fucking candidates.
That would be funny. I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
But what I think what should happen is for the first, Trump goes up or Biden. I don't really give a fuck.
Okay.
Maybe they swap over the course of 4 debates. One candidate goes up and he makes his pitch for 45 minutes, whatever his argument for that night is. And maybe the night has specific themes. Like, so tonight is healthcare.
Okay.
Trump goes up, makes his case, his plan, what he's going to do, why, for 45 minutes. Then Joe Biden does that same thing for 45 minutes, his case. And then 20 minutes, and then he has 20 minutes to argue against Trump's case,
and vice versa.
Then Trump, then Biden, then Trump.
The only problem that I see with that is who gets to decide the topic, right? Because there are some issues that are hotter for some candidates than others.
True. Usually that's decided on who's hosting the debate. So wasn't it CNN that was hosting this last debate? So I think they chose the format and the questions for the debate.
Hear me out. Yes. But hear me out. Say you have 6 debates. Each candidate picks 3.
Yeah.
You don't even you don't even let the moderators do it, right? Like you let each candidate, all right, you get 3 and the other guy gets 3. You'll both know beforehand, so you have time to prepare, what it's going to be. But then that's fucking even. Doesn't get more fair than that.
Yeah, especially when you have a 2-party system, there's 2 candidates.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I think in any case, no matter how many candidates you have on stage debating, equal parties choose the equal amount of topics, and then because there's only like 5 topics to debate, really.
Really?
It's like economy, healthcare,
foreign policy.
I don't know.
Maybe there's only 3.
I don't know. Who cares? Taxes.
Yeah.
I could talk about that for a while.
Jesus Christ, don't even.
But what I was going to bring up, I don't know if you saw it. Probably should have sent it to you if you didn't.
Oh, we did.
Zombies was revealed this week. Call of Duty Zombies.
Oh, I thought they already had like a snippet, like a 2-second thing at the end of one of their trailers, right?
They did, yeah. They showed the
for Cold War
quick scene of the Nocturne Toten Stairs, which was the very first Call of Duty Zombies map. So they're bringing Nocturne Toten back
to Warzone or Cold War.
So it's in the Call of Duty Cold War.
Oh, okay.
It's a mode of Call of Duty Cold War.
So I was watching. Was it Nick? I don't remember who I was watching, but they were talking, or maybe we were talking about it, about how they had brought in, like, they're thinking, oh, are they going to bring zombies into Warzone? And they're like, fucking Fortnite did it, and it did not work out for them. Like, it was Nick. I was watching. It was Nick, and he was like, honestly, they just were like fucking annoying, and like it just wasn't fun. And I don't know, like, if you don't, like, as long as you give people options, in my opinion, right? Like how now it's like Warzone and Plunder. You make like a Plunder, like, oh, just make like a zombies option. So it's like,
no,
I don't know.
I don't know how Fortnite did it.
I don't know how Fortnite did it either,
but I will say Blackout had zombies on the map. And basically there would be a mystery box spawn that would give you it was like a super box.
Okay.
Had like a bunch of shit in it.
Yeah.
And in order for the mystery box in order for you to get access to the mystery box, there would be a random group of like 15, 20 zombies that would attack you back once you started shooting them. So I thought that was a pretty cool way. Basically you just roll up onto a building and there would be a bunch of zombies around and inside, and once you kill them all, you had access to this crate.
So, so this is what I'm talking about. Like, are you talking about just you versus zombies, or are you talking about like that implemented into Warzone?
No, it's been like that was inside of Blackout. So like within the battle royale, you ran up into a building and there's zombies in the building.
Got you.
If you killed them all, the mystery boxes respawn.
Right.
Or would spawn.
Right.
You didn't have to kill them.
Right.
They wouldn't even. I don't think they would even attack you until you shot them.
Interesting. Because I'm thinking kind of like
zombies everywhere kind of thing.
Yeah, like a Walking Dead kind of thing where it's like I'm trying to kill these zombies, but also like I need to kill these other people because their well-being doesn't just, work for my well-being. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of just your team versus everything. And I feel like maybe you do less teams, right? Maybe you don't do 150 people.
There is a mode that's been leaked that was called Warzone Zombies, and I don't know exactly what the leak was. It might have been WZZ or something.
Okay, that's cool.
But the leakers assume that is Warzone Zombies in any case.
Right.
No one knows what that game mode looks like, but there has been speculation that it's kind of a versus but survival.
That I would love, even if it's not in Call of Duty, I would love to play that game.
In Call of Duty Black Ops 2, there was a mode called Grief.
Okay.
In which it was 2 teams versus waves of zombies on one of the zombies maps.
Mm-hmm.
And you could get power-ups and like throw grenades at them to stun them. Like you basically your goal was to out-survive the other team. The other team.
Right. So you could stun the other team to try and like let the zombies kill them. Yeah.
Yeah, you could not kill zombies to try to overwhelm them. You're like, I have better weapons, so I can just like train them or better position, like whatever it was. But like your goal is to fuck up the other team.
Yeah.
So I think they probably could do something like that on a massive scale, where there's just like an infinite amount of zombies on a Warzone map, and whoever survives the longest,
and
that'd be cool.
Maybe right. No, I'm with you there. That would be cool. Yeah, the person who survives the longest. And that's an interesting take too. Like
the map shrinks, like there's going to be a higher concentration of zombies. And
yeah.
Teams are getting like even if you can't kill the other team, which I think like in turn you couldn't just shoot the other guys.
Yeah, like you can stun them and things like that.
Get power ups to help you and hurt them. But
yeah, that would be really cool. Actually, I'm kind of down for being able to kill other teams, but I think practically, like you would just have to have severely less teams, right, in each match. Like, there's no way you could have like the current amount of teams. How many? Is there 50 teams of what is it? No, it depends on.
Depends on but there's 150 people nonetheless.
Right, yeah. So in like duos, you have like 75 teams. Like that's nuts. Yeah. That'd be nuts. That would just be far too many. You would have to at least cut that in half.
I think there's some cool ways that they can run it, some cool iterations.
Yeah. Oh man, I would love that.
I don't know that zombies will fit into what Warzone currently is. I mean, maybe. Like
again, I think it could just be a different mode.
Like the thing is like the Halloween. I like events, even if the event is shitty, it still like is something fresh and cool to do.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like it's a month of Warzone being dark, and maybe there's some zombies. Like that's cool to me. I don't care.
I'm with you.
But yeah, they had the official Call of Duty Cold War Zombies reveal this week.
Nice.
Like, full trailer for it and everything.
Nice.
It looks like it's back to more of like I said it looks very arcadey.
Mm.
What I mean by that is like it doesn't like Black Ops was like difficult and tedious. It was like challenging, like
especially the last one. The Black Ops.
That's what I mean. Black Ops 4. It was just like your guns didn't kill zombies very quick.
No.
Like all the steps were insane and like just difficult and tedious. Like it didn't feel none of it like felt very fun in a lot of ways. Even though I think challenging games are fun and like so like I kind of it sat well with me for a while, but at some point it was just like I missed the era of like just hopping into World at War or Black Ops 1 and just killing zombies for rounds and rounds and rounds.
Yes.
And it didn't feel like that anymore.
No, it didn't. And I get it to an extent, right? Where it's like you feel like every time you have to up the ante, but it's the Fast and Furious effect, right? Where you get to a point where it's just too ridiculous. And unlike Fast and Furious, I'm not enjoying it so much anymore.
Well, one of the things about Fast and Furious was like, even though it got more ridiculous, they made it more entertaining.
Right.
They went full Thor Ragnarok.
Totally.
Yeah, they're like, this is just going to be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to be explosions everywhere, driving outside of huge buildings.
Yeah.
17.5-mile long airport, runway. Like we're just gonna like, who cares?
Yeah, we don't care. We're just gonna go.
Don't give a fuck.
Yep.
That's kind of how this one felt, because like now they have like that is literally how it felt, because it's like Now they have like sentry guns that you can put up. Someone literally calls in a chopper gunner in Zombies.
Oh wow,
So you're in a chopper gunner mowing down
that's
zombies.
so
And
great.
I'm like,
that's a good. Fucking
why would
time.
you have like? Why didn't you put this in sooner?
Yeah.
Like being able to call a chopper gunner into zombies and just like mow
Mow 'em
zombies
down.
from the air is like, it's like
That's fucking rad.
Who wouldn't want that?
That's fucking rad.
Like, imagine the conversation in Black Ops 4 where they're like, "What about throwing a chopper gunner in there?" And they're like, "It's a little OP." And you're like, "OP in zombies? Like what?
What?
This is not a professional gaming league game. It's like people who are just wanting to kill zombies.
We're just
Like,
killing.
it sounds
Yeah, we're just
awesome.
trying to kill zombies and fuck around. Yeah.
It sounds great.
Yeah. 100%.
So I really hope that it feels like it looked that way. I hope that it feels that way, where it's just like, come on in and mow down some zombies.
This is really we should download Left 4 Dead.
Oh, Left 4 Dead is great.
I think we should play Left 4 Dead soon.
Yeah,
That is such a great game.
I'm done.
That is like the epitome of like what Walking Dead should have been.
Yeah, 100%.
Because it's a great game.
Yeah,
they do it well. Yeah, no, I'm on a fucking zombie kick. I can't think of anything else.
like
But brains.
zombies just kill things. Let's just go kill things.
Let's just kill things right now. Let's go.
But we should rate this beer.
Absolutely.
I drank a lot more than I expected to drink during.
I drank exactly what I thought I would drink.
You didn't drink much.
I did not drink much. Look.
Orange
and orange.
I would say a slight haze.
Yeah.
It's a haze.
Yeah. It's not your typical West Coast style.
No.
Like pure clear. Smell. I'm gonna need you to pull through on this one. I feel like it's a little stronger than the last one, so.
You actually get a lot of rye in that smell. Like a very like pungent, like oof.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Can
we
also some hoppiness? Good.
Can I call it rye bread, or do you want to specify rye?
You're taking the notes, so you tell me.
I'm gonna rye bread this shit. Hops. Any other sniffs we got going on here? Any other sniffs?
I'm really trying, but I'm not getting.
I understand. Maybe plug one of your nostrils, the one that you can't smell out of.
No.
Okay. All
It
right.
won't work. All I smell is the color red. Just I smell red ale.
You're not wrong. So I hope that makes you feel good with your lack of sniffs. I was gonna say Tootsie Pop, but I think red's a little more accurate.
I didn't get the Tootsie Pop.
I know you didn't. Taste. This one's a bit weird. It's a bit weird.
The biscuity rye thing was good.
Mm-hmm.
I do think there's a tropicalness to it. I might even stretch to a watermelon.
Oh yeah, no, I'd agree with watermelon. That's actually a solid.
That's
That's a solid depiction.
It's just not in a good way. It's just like in a very conflicting way. That's like where the marmalade taste comes from. And speaking of marmalade scone, what's going on there? I don't even think watermelon's in marmalade, but you know, it's like more an orange jam, right? I don't know.
It is in this beer. I think you can have different flavors of marmalade, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. I'm not. You know,
you're not a marmalade scientist. I'm pretty sure you can have different flavors of marmalade, though. I think orange is very common, but yeah,
bitter orange
is,
but also made
well
from
known.
lemons, limes, grapefruit. Yeah, so orange. Yeah, that's basically what I was. Yeah,
right.
I was right.
Yep,
right.
Nailed it. Fucking first try.
Marmalade scone right here in a glass.
I'll say it has some bitterness to it. I don't think I want to call it hoppy.
No, I would.
But I'm gonna say it's got some bitterness.
Yeah, it does. I mean, you could call it hoppy too, but it just doesn't. I
don't want to associate it with that because you don't get that like hoppy aroma, hoppy. I mean, resiny juice.
The thing is,
you don't get that.
But El Dorado, like, you're not gonna get that So
I don't know. What is? Can you go back to El Dorado for me, please?
Dorado.
Because I don't know. I'm not too familiar with these actually. Rip. I like the picture personally, but this is fine.
See, last time I searched El Dorado, there's a little button here that said, based upon your recent searches, we think you mean El Dorado hops. And
Smart.
I was like,
I would like to click that. Yes.
Good job, Google.
Yeah.
Bright tropical fruit flavors, aromas of pear, watermelon, and stone fruit.
Pear.
But think about pear, watermelon, and stone fruit. You're not going to get like the vegetal, like floral notes of a hop. Like it's not going to be very dank. So I can see the bitterness from like the watermelon, like flavor, like you know what I mean.
If they're saying watermelon, 100%, like
that's why I think the bitterness is the hops. I get what you're saying when you're like it doesn't taste like.
But the watermelon's
hops,
probably from, and
yeah.
that's like you said, yeah, you're not going to get the floral, crisp hop resin like how we're partial to.
Yeah, we like that shit.
Yeah, I'll get off on that shit. But yeah, El Dorado, I don't know. I think El Dorado, I'm more of like a sprinkle of it.
Yeah, sure.
Not so much like a throw that shit in there kind of thing.
A smash.
I don't want a smash of El Dorado personally.
Though this might be good with a smash because it might mean less malts and therefore less rye taste. I don't know.
Potentially. Do we...
Black Raven, let us know when you have a smash fresh hop El Dorado beer.
Would love to try that. I would also love to know what malts you have in here. Because maybe that's a determining factor, right? This is just the government warning. I can't read this shit.
What if they got some rye?
I can't fucking read this
here,
shit.
I don't know.
The fresh hop beer can only be brewed at harvest time, which in Washington is late summer.
Doesn't matter.
These El Dorado hops were freshly picked and kiln dried at... Wait. What?
What?
These hop...
I don't know what you're saying. You buy an old beer or something?
No. So, Levi.
Are you commenting on the farm?
No.
Okay. I don't know where you're going.
What does fresh hop mean?
It means freshly picked hops.
Okay.
Wet hopped.
What did you say?
Said wet hopped.
Sorry, you say
wet.
You said wet, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's why I said Levi's guess first rain of fall, wet AF. They said they're dry hops.
These El Dorados were freshly picked and kiln dried. I'm a bit confused.
I think, yeah. I mean,
are we lied to as to what fresh hop means?
No, because
I
I
don't.
Still be fresh and then dried. I think
It's just like you get them there quick.
Yeah.
So I think I have been under the impression every time
You have been.
that fresh means wet.
I've never corrected you on this because we've also had dried hops. I think the Italian Pilsner was the same one. I didn't bring it up because I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
It's too late. I heard them myself.
But I generally agree that like what's the point of drying your hops if it's a fresh hop? Like
If you're getting them there quickly,
what's the point?
don't dry them.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I just don't want to bring it up. You know?
Wow, this is really depressing.
Yeah.
My life is like shattered. I don't know. It's for you.
This is going to affect Nick's rating of this beer. I can tell you already.
It's gone.
This is
Is -1 an option?
this is yikes.
Is -2 an option?
What do you think about the feel? Not how do you feel?
I got a lot of feelings, Levi. I got a lot of feelings right now.
Takes a drink. Betrayed.
Is betrayal an option?
It's got like a light body. with like a syrupy undertone, which is really like there's two separate feels.
I was
It's really
going
weird.
to say like sweet and sugary feel, but like syrupy undertone is probably more specific. Yeah, I don't hate that, but when you pair that, when you pair that syrupy undertone with an already fruitier beer, I don't like that. I think if you're going to have syrupy undertones, you need to have very bitter and crisp upper tones. I'm going to go with upper tones. So that's how I feel.
I input your thoughts.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Thank you. Thank you. Do we even need to do critiques at this point?
No, I don't. We don't.
All right, good. All right.
Get this episode over with. We went from zombies, high note, to back to the beer.
Back to the fucking beer.
And I thought that would make it better, but then it just didn't.
We were doing good for a bit there.
We did.
We were doing real
I'm
good.
proud of us.
You know what sucks? Is I want to rate this lower than I think I can.
I got mine.
I've sadly, and I think it's probably only because we haven't described what bad means, I've got mine.
3, 2, 1 again.
3, 2, 1.
2.2.
1.75.
I think mine's an okay. What's yours?
Meh. And so my 1.75
Email.
is the lack of concept. Okay. And I was going back and forth. I first read the underdeveloped concept and I was like, you know what? Yeah. Concept is there. Not well executed. No, it's definitely not the higher C category. The lower C category, the okay, the underdeveloped concept. I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe. And then I went down to the D category, the 1.75, the meh, the lack of concept. I think we need to expand on these lower ranges because we did a great job up top.
Did you see that F as a rating? You just have to go down a little bit more.
The shit? Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay.
And I don't think it's there. I don't think it's an F because I'm finishing this beer, right? I mean, we've talked about that too. Like
0 to 0.5 is
0.5 is undrinkable. Shit is like, I will finish this drink, but it's absolutely dog shit. Basically, I don't even think it's that bad.
Okay.
Like I don't like this beer.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that bad. I think that's,
Sure.
I need to be a little fair. But the lack of concept kind of led me into the thought of like we have watermelon with syrupy undertones, but like bitter hops, and like there's a part of the beer that I feel like wants to be lighter than it actually is. And
Yeah.
I think maybe they do have a concept, but it's not showing in the beer.
Yeah, so if I was going to take a stab at it, because you're saying there's no concept, I'm saying there's an underdeveloped one.
Yeah.
If I was going to take a stab at the concept, I think they were going for more of like the pure El Dorado, wet watermelon, pear notes, where it's like kind of soft on the fruit, but like really like just like kind of wet. But then they dried the hops. Weird.
For a beer like this,
The malt
weird.
like really took a lot of presence within the body of the beer. And so I'm with you where it's just like it just came out really like odd. Like
Yeah.
I think you could drink that and just be confused. You're like,
Right.
where are you trying to go? Are you trying to go more of the malty, or are you trying to go more watermelon and tropical? Are you trying to go more bitter? I think you could get to that point. I think because it's a single hop, I know just logically where they're going. I just don't think they got anywhere close.
And that's what I'm saying too, right? Where it's like, I'm sure they had an idea. I don't think any brewer ever brews a beer without a concept, without an idea, right? But and I think we're physically talking about how that's portrayed through the beer. And so 100%. I think it's like, if you either go either or, right? You got to take a direction. Like, you go full wet, you go full fruity, and like you go full watermelon on this bitch, and it's like, it's a pale fucking watermelon fruity ale. And I'm like, you know what? I don't like that, but hey, you chose a direction. And like, I'll respect you for that. I would rate you higher for that, even though I would probably like the actual beer less. Or
like you rated the watermelon shit from Odd Otter higher, probably.
Probably.
I thought that was objectively a worse beer.
Right. No, 100. Yeah, probably.
I thought that beer was one of the worst beers I've ever had.
I really did not like that beer. But again, they really chose a direction and they went with it. So that alone I give them more credit for. This is like, I feel like they almost wanted more earthiness in here to kind of balance out the fruit. And it's like, it goes half-ass on that. And I'm kind of stuck in the middle where I'm like, I kind of just don't know what direction you want it to take. That's my thing, is like, I see what you've got. You don't really have a direction.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
Yeah.
If you're interested, check out our thoughts on the watermelon hef from Odd Otter. It's on our Pints episode exclusively on YouTube, focused around Tacoma breweries.
Yeah.
And then if you've got this beer, let us know your thoughts in the comments below if you're on YouTube as well. And if you're on the podcast, go watch us on YouTube because it's better there. Okay. And other than that, see you next week for maybe another fresh hot beer. We'll see.
Hopefully. Probably.